large gap, which that's not. I mean, that's obviously a large gap, but yeah, that's the type of gap you want to work in when you're looking for a counterplay, just something like that. Next up, we have the double post. It's a good man cover 2 play. I would say just streak the A route to try to pull the safety back, and then once the X route turns in, it's typically a easy play, just as long as you, basically bullet and low throw, which is LT or L2. You can have a lot of success with that. But you can see, I mean, they're pretty close, but as long as you throw it to the ground, it shouldn't be an issue. The X route should have the same success. As you can see, it's just basically, it's a high percentage throw against cover 2 man. Next up, we got the PA deep cross. Against cover 2 zone, you can motion across this B route here, put the X route straight, and you have a very good play. You can also put the A route of drag block.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. There's a scene a short time ago the Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Just as long as you can get enough protection. For whatever reason, that just crosses the field and is a very explosive play. So we got the PA scissors. I'm just going to put the X or B route here on the streak. That's pretty much it. The RB route, the A route, those 2 receivers will get open 9 times out of 10 against most zones. There's no real man beaters, so the X route and comeback. I guess an in route or an out route or drag.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Oh, we're going to do that one more time. We said we're just looking at the A route.
Here's Jackson.
Those are pretty much your best.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be up in it here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Something that you really have to make sure you don't throw the ball.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. And they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The X route here is once again just going. It's just a route that works really good against man coverage as long as there's no safety over the top.
Jackson from the shotgun. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
Every coach we ever talked to says quick play before the game. Quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down steps to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
But ultimately, this play here, if it's a cover 3 or a cover 4, a lot of times you can get to the fullback underneath.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
You put the X route on a smart route.
Now it's Jackson.
And
this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take a shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
We're scoreless after 1.
Just a good short run play. As you can see, I mean, for whatever reason, the defensive linemen have been on skates. No real adjustments needed, but, you know, just a good power run. I'm not going to say that you can run this all game, but if you have a short yardage situation.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way. We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
I know the scouting report on him is that he didn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Dobbins.
Terrible tackle, fellas.
J.K. Dobbins. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Check out the points bonus at AREAH.com and use discount code money for 3% off.
Tucker down to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Quarterback ready to the snap and shots. As always, got a defense video for you guys today. So let me go over what I think is without doubt the best run defense in Madden 22 right now. I'm going to show you guys a run defense glitch that I put out in a previous video, but I'm also going to go over a defensive play that, in my opinion, is one of the best base defenses for run or pass. The formation itself is the 3-4 odd, and the play that I'm going to show you guys today, there's a couple plays. I put out a full scheme from this formation not too long ago, so I'll have a link in the description if you guys want to see that. If you guys want to see a full breakdown of this defense, you know, this play I'm going to show you guys, plus the blitzes and all that stuff in a full scheme, hit the like button.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So let's go ahead and pick that.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
I'm not really going to do too much. I can run. Number one, I don't really have to do anything. Cover 4 is a superior run defense. These safeties just naturally fill the run lanes. And I'll go ahead and I'll let it run without any adjustments. I brought him down in the box a little bit. But I'll just show you guys without any adjustments what these safeties typically do. Now, he made some moves there, got more yards than he will when I put in my setup. But just so you guys know, whether you're playing this on current gen or next gen, cover 4 is just always one of the best run defenses. And you can see the amount of coverage we get. But like I said, if you don't guess pass in a cover 4, typically these safeties will walk down
2nd and 5.
Right. As you can see, he's the first one there to make a play, even though he kind of shoot a little bit. He meets going 2 yards past.
The give to Elliott.
So
looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
So without a doubt,
they'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Again, and then show blitz. That's Y triangle right on the left stick, then Y triangle left on the left stick. So that's basically going to bring up my alignment like this. The next step I'm going to do is I'm going to basically pinch my entire defense, which is going to be right bumper R1, then down on the left stick. The reason I'm doing that,
the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
This has been kicking this one game or this one defense all the time. I do this.
Here's Prescott.
I just find that number one, there's no lanes.
Oh, almost fucked that up.
He will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
This is basically
playing things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
You don't want that necessarily
on first down. It's Elliott.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Now the last step.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis.
Way to fall forward, baby. Way to fall
and he'll
forward.
go down right around the 47 this time.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. Right now, I think they're just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
If you guys didn't catch that video,
they'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Sean McKeon, 54 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here.
All right, fellas, play some D.
That is the reason that this works. So if you were to make a mistake, like say you have a fourth guy, okay, I do the exact same thing. Although I did mess it up there a little bit, but it doesn't really matter because it's gonna go off the rest. So we won't come back this time. Now we have a fourth guy going in. Watch what happens. Not only that, the fourth guy will also allow.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
You just need that freedom.
On a return, Devin Duvernay. Able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
This is going to give you, obviously, less pass coverage, but, you know, this is something that you can do. If you want the same effect when it comes to run committing, I mean, so that's something
the Baltimore offense at the line set to get going as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play until the break.
Ooh, what the fuck? That ain't deep. Good shit.
And they nearly get this one midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Got you next time.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play, attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
They're all the way up to the line.
Jackson's throw taken in by Watkins here. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 6 yards left on second down.
So, yeah, if you're playing somebody and they're
to throw is Jackson.
Pick that shit off. Good D, good D.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And Jackson throwing once more.
Good shit. Good pass.
Tight end Nick Boyle. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Is where it's at. I said that's really what's going to make
so from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Watch these guys work. He's not getting much. He might get that
Jackson.
Half a yard he needs. But you can see this is about as good as it gets.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. He takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This is something that, I mean, kind of really good as we see it there. We actually talked about it.
Jackson on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
Ah, motherfucker.
Almost gets to the 10.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And
okay, yeah.
Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go in the football.
Same deal with the fullback dive.
What we gonna do?
So we'll do it again. We're going to go on the wrong side here. We're not going to.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Go ahead and do that one
Final
more time.
play of the half here. It's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. He's at the 50.
Good deep, fellas. Good deep.
10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7.
Both teams going back to their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Other than that, thanks for watching. Man, my shit out.
Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my bids and more. Look at the description below.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, Elliott once more.
Good shit.
This has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Ain't that about a bitch? Good shit.
The football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Good shit, good shit, good shit.
Jackson taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd.
Got a ball game, fellas.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The formation itself is the big nickel over G. There's really 2 different plays you can do this with. The cover 3 sky and the cover 3 buzz match. They're essentially very similar. There's a slight difference as far as...
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys Cowboys offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
That's going to be perfect. So we're going to pick that. Then we'll pick
on 2nd and 12. Prescott.
He's
got his receiver.
Hold that rock. Hold that rock.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
It's a super easy setup. Number one, you got your middle high safety.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
You basically have something that looks like this, and a lot of times it can get you in trouble. I like the fact that it's single high safety, especially with these bunch looks.
This is Elliott.
But as far as
and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
They'll run on 1st down. Elliott, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, and especially as we get deeper in the game.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, Prescott.
My fault. My fault.
Calais Campbell, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it.
Good deep.
And incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man-to-man coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
All you really have to do is you can blitz either one of these guys off the side here, or you can blitz both, which is something that a lot of people do. You can send the house, blitz both these guys. And you can
so now Dak Prescott off, Greg Zuerlein on for the field goal. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt.
Just like this, I think everyone's best if you just the defensive line out.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a response there to the touchdown, the opening drive of this 3rd quarter, as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think he'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match him touchdown for touchdown. But the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Yeah, there's a couple of adjustments you can get here for this pressure to get, to be kicked up a notch. I said I'll just basically.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd down and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not
Let's
hang
go,
on.
let's
It's
go.
third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
He doesn't have as good of an angle where this guy here has a much better angle. He's much more...
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
But you can see he's down at the line of scrimmage. He gets a much better angle because of that. He's going right around.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So he couldn't hook up. His time is now run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
The safety is where he belongs. And then come right over to center here.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
There we go.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
This shit.
This is caught. That's Watkins. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game. They've worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson buying time to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run, and I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Meanwhile, Jackson
good shit.
Touchdown.
Good shit.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now Pollard. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Need more help with this more show support? Well, head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my bits and more. Look at the description below.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick.
That's caught at the 25.
I threw it to the wrong motherfucker, but I'd take it.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
For the cheap
cheapest, fastest, most
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Discount for money for 3% off. Look at the description below.
They'll try the right side with Elliott.
Welcome back to Race Down One Shots. Come on, the Nancy's as always. Got a tip video for you guys today, a passing tip video. That's right. Something that I put out every year. I'm going to give you guys a full breakdown of all the things you can do in passing game, whether it's pass protection, audibles, types of augmented throws.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows. It's having a tough time, and that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there's another 1st down run right there.
Video of that. If you guys want to see that, I'll have a link in the description. It's how to read and beat every single defense. Trust me, that video is just as important as this one, if not more important. So I'll have a link in the description for that. But first, I'm going to go over just some adjustments you can make pre-snap. So we're just going to take a random player. We're going to go with the Z spot. Now, before we do
1st and 10 at the 11.
If you guys want to get your and support my channel at the same time, all you have to do is click the link below. Personalize the description. Just kind of click one.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal.
Should know how to audible plays. That's very simple. All you have to do is hit the X button.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
All types of information, so you guys don't know that you don't have to just be able to information that you're in. You can go through several pass information.
Too much time, fellas. Play some D.
He'll kick it away.
So that's something that's obviously really important. So all you have to do is do that. X on
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And no chance
Good
to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
If you watch any of my Wednesday videos on hot routes, it's really going to be hard to maximize the plays that I create because ultimately you pretty much always have the hot route somewhere. So your hot route adjustments.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations all the time. All the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Jackson.
Good hit, good hit.
The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
What the fuck? Hell no.
First down and a big gain all the way to midfield as he's tackled
Good shit.
50-yard line.
Double team is really best used against a real dominant defensive player, whether it's Aaron Donald or J.J. Watt, somebody like that. You have a really dominant
Jackson.
player. Typically want to double team.
Escaping the pressure right.
Basically, you do that
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he
Damn,
takes it.
good shit.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
This is caught. It's Brown. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
These guys both just come over and slam and slide to the ground. So you have somebody really with power that you're playing against, like a Khalil Mack or T.J. Watt, something like that.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
The last thing is Ivy the Mike, which is the
Now Jackson. Flushed out right.
Good game, cuz.
Intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys
Good game, my dude. Good game, good game.
this football game. Just when you thought.
The most pass protection in Madden 22, in my opinion, are sliding left or right and double teaming. Now, once the play starts, there's a number of things that you can do to extend the play. Things like playmaking, which still surprises me that a lot of people don't really know how to do. Playmaking is simply just holding the right stick in a direction to basically control the closest player on the field, the closest player to the quarterback. A lot of times it'll be a running back, sometimes it'll be a drag. Let's go ahead, let's watch a replay here. I have to put this running back out on a pattern, but you see that once he comes through the line of scrimmage, he's out in the flat and there's nobody there. So I can throw the ball to him right now, or I can playmaker him up the field to try to get him up the field to get a little bit more catch and run, a little more momentum before I start the throw. In a man coverage, this might get him wide open. He might be covered completely until I do this playmakering. But ultimately, holding the right stick in whatever direction I want, up, left, right, it's going to change the direction that he's running his pattern. Obviously, you want to do it a little bit earlier before it gets to the sideline, too. But you can see the effect from this can have, especially if the user is covering this run back. Do the exact same thing. Like I said, I can just go ahead and playmaker him up the field. And now you can see, I mean, I'm going to get a much bigger gain than if I would have just took the drag and tried to catch and run. If you have a mobile quarterback also, a lot of times playmakering with the closest receiver, you can't get the defender to follow. So that'll give you an opportunity to run. So that's something to think about when you're running with a mobile quarterback. Playmakering a receiver up and away, I like to take the defender away until you cross the line of scrimmage. You can also throw the ball away by pushing the R3 button. Nope. There's nothing open, don't throw an interception, just jump it out of bounds. You can do that from in the pocket also. Nope. And you'll basically just chuck it to a point where, it's past the line of scrimmage, it's not a penalty. So in